Missing someone that we're close to because they've had to go to another country, up north for a course, or on a hiking trip with their friends is such an unpleasant emotion. It's a distinct kind of hollowness, a quiet ache that settles in the background of our days. It's the phantom impulse to turn and share a joke with someone who isn't there, the pang of seeing something they would love, the subtle weight of their absence in a room that was once full of their presence. It feels peculiar, then, to suggest that this uncomfortable feeling is also, at a profound level, an extraordinary achievement and an important marker of emotional maturity. In a world that prizes stoicism and self-sufficiency, admitting to the pain of absence can feel like a weakness. But in truth, it is in no way simple for a prototypical adult to be able to truly miss anyone. We are often, almost without knowing it, engaged in complex, subconscious maneuvers to ensure that we resolutely will not. For better and for worse, small children miss people a lot. They are the masters of this emotion in its purest form. They show us, without compunction or defenses, what missing looks like in its rarest, most unbounded state. And it's not always a pretty or relaxing sight. The wails can be heard across the street. "Don't leave me," a small child will scream with heart-rending intensity as we implore them to understand that we just need to pop out to the shops and we'll be back in 10 minutes. For a child whose world is defined by the presence of their caregivers, 10 minutes can feel like an eternity, a genuine tear in the fabric of their reality. "Why do you need to go?" they beg as they hold onto our sleeve, their face streaked with tears. We watch our simple plans disintegrate in contact with their profound, existential despair. This raw expression isn't melodrama. It's the honest protest of a heart that knows only one truth. Connection is safety, and absence is a threat. But this pure, unvarnished expression of attachment is not permitted to last. Eventually, a child grows up to feel ashamed of their early hysterics. Somewhere along the line, they internalize the many lectures they receive about the need to be reasonable, strong, and to let others get on with their lives. Messages from well-meaning adults, "Big kids don't cry. You're being dramatic. Stop making a fuss," slowly chip away at their emotional honesty. Something in them can no longer deny the cold, adult logic that, yes, it probably does make sense that the people we cherish have to be allowed to abandon us perhaps for long stretches like a quarter of an hour or, God forbid, a day. Even a month, or sometimes, heavens above, years. This adaptation sounds like progress, a necessary part of becoming a functional member of society. But it should not obscure the grave dangers involved in growing up to be a very good little man or woman, who everyone could be so proud of for the quiet way they now play with their toys when those they cherish vanish from sight. The risk is not merely that we become a bit more forbearing, but that in the name of reason, we perform a kind of emotional surgery on ourselves. We cease to be able to feel anything much at all. The true tragedy is that in the process of growing up, we can lose our capacity to love. We may grow so allergic to the pain that belongs to genuine attachment, the vulnerability, the potential for heartbreak, the ache of missing that we barricade ourselves behind a range of sophisticated defensive maneuvers. We may, for example, reconfigure who any person who leaves us can possibly be, in order that their absence might perturb us a little less. This is a subtle act of self-protection through devaluation. On the eve of a departure, we may abruptly and conveniently realize that whatever we'd once assumed, the absconder is, in reality, horribly disorganized. We magnify their flaws. They chew their food in a maddening way, their laugh is a bit too loud, and they never have anything truly interesting to say about the latest novels or scientific discoveries. Suddenly, a narrative forms in our mind. This person wasn't so special after all. It doesn't appear that we really have any particular cause to miss them very much. For why would we lament the absence of someone who is not especially worthwhile to begin with? We preemptively poison the well of memory to avoid the pain of thirsting for them later. Alternatively, and perhaps more commonly in our busy modern lives, we may go through the outward rituals of absence while privately not fully registering that anyone has actually gone. We build a fortress of distraction. When they call us from another continent in the late hours, our minds immediately deflect. We may find that we've just remembered there's a crack in the ceiling we need to get onto in the morning, or a trivial email we absolutely have to send to a supplier at work. The emotional space they should occupy is immediately filled with anxieties and to-do lists. We may find that it's impossible to accord them much thought, given how intensely angry we've become about a minor dispute with a neighbor, or how worried we are about an odd new twinge in our left knee. Our minds create a smokescreen of mundane problems to obscure the gaping hole of their absence. It is a way of staying numb, of keeping the feeling at arm's length so we don't have to confront the vacancy they've left behind. It is, therefore, an immense and quiet achievement to resist these impulses, to be able both to care for someone deeply and to endure the stark reality of their absence, to feel the wound of missing them without frantically resorting to numbness, rage, or a distracting affair, to miss someone without rewriting history or reinventing what the missing person means to us is a triumph of the heart. We will have begun to accede to genuine emotional maturity when we rediscover the courage to be hurt by those we love. This doesn't mean seeking pain, but accepting it as the inevitable flip side of deep connection. We reach this maturity when we can acknowledge, with some of the profound honesty of our younger selves, just how much it hurts when someone we adore crosses an ocean, or indeed has the impudence to go off to the shops for an afternoon with their friends. It's the ability to sit with the feeling, to let it be, to recognize it for what it is, the physical, tangible proof of love. To embrace this ache is not to embrace suffering for its own sake, but to honor the love that causes it. The pain of missing someone is the bittersweet echo of a bond so strong that distance cannot break it. It is a testament to the depth of our connection, a quiet tribute we pay to their irreplaceable importance in our lives. So let us not be afraid of this feeling. Let us see it as the invisible, resilient thread that keeps us connected across any divide, a gentle, persistent reminder that our hearts are full and that we have been fortunate enough to have someone worth missing so dearly. In learning to miss well, we are not learning to suffer better. We are learning to love better, keeping the flame of our connection burning brightly and steadily until the truly happy day when we are reunited once more, a reunion made all the sweeter by the honest ache of waiting. If these ideas on emotional maturity and the nature of human connection resonate with you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more content that explores the art of living wisely and well. Join our community as we navigate the beautiful, complex landscape of our inner lives together. Thank you for watching.